names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number.
Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. The hand to the running back. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Going to the ground. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass, it's Underwood. A little screen to the running back. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockney and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine units.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Varsa.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll try the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Fights off a defender. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Slings it downfield. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The screen, he can go. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. He'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Got it in the middle, it's Welsh. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously, in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Webb. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Off play action. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No, no good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. This is now a 7-point game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Gilbert. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Look out, he's got room.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's got some space. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Give to the running back. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Gonna run it. It's Webb. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the 2nd half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half. He's loose. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And they can't make the connection.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down. They're trying to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. This is now a 7-point game. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. Brings into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's good. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The give to the single back. Finds a little space. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Gives it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue-winged helmets on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together. This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it. Turning it on. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
In the last couple weeks.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Trying to get it to the marker. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Looking for room. It's Young. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. Here we go. Needs it to keep this drive alive. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Under fire. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Notre Dame looks as if they're warming up for a victory march as they push out this lead.
I'll tell you what, David, the Irish have done a fantastic job recruiting, and those playmakers have shown up here in this game.
Yeah, and handling the moment, handling the big rivalry game with Michigan, a big showdown. Now can they finish this off because they're looking good right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Liberty. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but you're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of
There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. A little release to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Welch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Walker. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Reynolds. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Misfired on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. Looking for the score. Touchdown Wolverines. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Trying to punch it in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. They're going to run it. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Seems a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The running back made the catch, but that was only part of the equation. He was out of bounds. It's incomplete. Third down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Webb. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They want to throw it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that Golden Dome will sparkle a little brighter as Notre Dame claims bragging rights over Michigan. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.